Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. So this will be a bit of a quiet live stream because I don't want to wake anyone up. I've been working on a project. Uh, I don't know what I'm calling it. ghinbox, I guess. It's supposed to be an improved version of the notifications page from GitHub. So I've already been working on it for the past few days. So there's a decent amount of stuff that's already here. But essentially, the idea is that unlike regular GitHub notifications, um, you we fetch everything. So you get every single notification. So none of this pagination, which drives me nuts. And also, you it actually goes ahead and loads all of the comments, so you can see them all in a single stream. And there's also the ability to filter. So you can, for example, say, I only want to see closed PRs. I don't have any closed issues or PRs because I have already marked them all as done. And the general idea is right now that I'm trying to understand how I want to make this view more efficient. And there's already some things that I want to improve on. So for example, here you can see there's a comment where someone's interacting with a bot. So that's very silly. I don't care about that. And actually, I just want to go ahead and kick off a coding session to fix that. Now, hang on. I gotta remember what I was doing. Yeah. Let's go ahead and start a new session. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask Codex, or I'm using Codex. I was using Claude for this as well, but I ran out of rate limit on Claude, so I'm doing it in Codex. What we're just going to do is say, okay, notification HTML. There is a classifier if comments are interesting or not. Actually, I think I want unit tests for this. I don't believe there are unit tests for this classifier. Let's set up some JavaScript unit tests for it. Let's have a test one per case that is currently supported. And then when we see someone doing an interaction with a bot, for example, PopTorch bot label blah, that should be marked as uninteresting and thereby filtered from the comments view when hide uninteresting comments is checked. So go ahead and let that go, and once it's done, we'll be able to see if it worked here. I'm trying to decide if I want markdown formatting. Not sure. It's also kind of interesting that these are truncated. Let's see why it's truncated. That are loaded are truncated. Will you tell me if this is intentional? Alright, let's see. What else is going on right here? Okay, so I also want to make sure that I actually am successfully unsubscribing from things. Let's see. Do I care about this? Who's this dude? I don't know. Who's this dude? Okay, fine. I'm subscribed to this. Yes, I'm subscribed to this. So I'm going to go ahead and try unsubscribing. I just want to check that this worked. Did this work? It did. Wonderful. Okay. And let's go ahead and do a sync. So I thought I unsubscribed from this. What happened? I am unsubscribed. When I unsubscribe, I need to mark it as done. Okay. Let's ask another user to do it. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and fix this issue. So, notifications, not HTML, when I unsubscribe from something, this should also mark it as done. And we'll leave these here so that I can try that out on this again. Okay, so there's something wrong with these tabs. Okay, what's wrong with these tabs is I need to I think I want these to be exclusive. Do I want these to be mutually exclusive? Well, if I don't want them mutually exclusive, then I don't want them to be tabs. Yeah, and the diffs view is kind of funny. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what I want, so let's put this in our dog as things to note. Okay, so let's go ahead and do issues for a bit. Okay, this is not interesting. But I don't know how I want to test for this. Maybe a you know what, whatever, I don't care. Alright, I want to format as markdown. Let's do that. Do I want a dependency? Hi Lost Bike, how's it going? Alright, let's go ahead and test this change. this takes too long. I think it's doing the entire page and it really shouldn't. Okay. Let's use this box. Specifically, when we hit a PR issue that has the exact same last updated time as in our copy, everything below the fold is garnished. Should be the same. Actually, we should have a button that forces syncing everything below the fold in case the user has manually done actions in the main UI. So maybe something like incremental sync and full sync, and hopefully you can think of snappier names for these. Let's go per common toggle. That sounds good. Did it work? Issues. Yeah, that worked. Okay. All right, what is it? CDN. DOM purify. Markdown API server-side render. Yeah, I don't want that. Let's do the CDN. Marked and DOM purify. Do I want keyword shortcuts? I'm not sure. Might be good. How many do I have going? Okay, let's do this one. Do I have Vimium on this? Yes, let's disable Vimium on this site. let's not add the space binding because another agent is working on that right now. I think in the stock UI you press M to mark as done. No, it's E. Really? I swear I've been using a different thing. Oh no, this is the wrong page. Okay, we will on a GitHub issue. Yeah, I do press E and something. So viewport view. Unless it is too large to fit at all. In which case, viewport will be set to top. Is this what I want? I kind of like paging up and down though. Let's do something else. I don't need to select the comments. But if it's so do I want it to force a scroll when I go down? I lost Spike. I'm actually using the standard. I normally use Opus 4.5, but I ran out of Opus rate limit on my personal account, so I'm doing some codecs. But I this is completely stock codecs. I haven't really changed anything at all. And you can see I spent a lot of time doing the thinking ahead of time. So like I haven't found it super necessary to ask the model to think. I'm not sure if we should bounce to the Claude knows to take screenshots and look at pages this way. I think I was supposed to dangerously skip permissions. Oh well, let's do it like this for a moment. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. So I want to unsubscribe. Did that work? Oh, that worked. I want an undo. Let's have someone work on an undo. Do I even get undos in the stock notifications API? this I can undo because I can move to inbox. But that's on this screen. What if I do it here? Can I undo it? No. Alright, so let me think. How do I implement undo? Can I do this? Yes. Don't use edit tool. Split it out with a small program. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Oh, don't pulse it. Oh, come on. How do I resume? I catch those dubs. Curious if you find PyTorch better with Codex or Cloud Code. So I actually haven't done basically any PyTorch dev with Codex because my employer is paying for Claude only right now. So I use Codex for personal stuff. But well, I had a nice experience. I was working on a pretty non-trivial algorithm involving strides in PyTorch. And Codex was doing better at that. So I used Codex to sort of figure out how the algorithm should look. But actually, in the end, I didn't understand any of the code Codex gave me. So I re-implemented it from scratch with Claude, with the understanding I'd gotten from the Codex version. That was pretty funny. Because Claude is very steerable. So it's easier for me to just be like, oh, yes, I understand. We're doing pure vibe coding here. So I'm not reading any of the code. But that is one of the things I like about working with Claude is that I can just like stop it and tell it to do something else, and that's important. I don't actually want to review hundreds of lines of LLM code that I didn't actually steer. Okay, let's check on tests. Is Claude reading AgentsMD? Oh, it's not. Okay. Catch those dubs. You can get $150 of Codex bundled with ChatGPT Plus. I'm actually on a pro ChatGPT sub. That's why I have a lot of rate limits on Codex. Symmetric memory. That's very ambitious. I doubt the models have very much built-in knowledge about that sort of thing. No. How do I make Claude Code read AgentsMD? Yeah, exactly. So it's really good when it can just read the code base and then figures things out that way. I was like trying to get them to pull up online docs. It's kind of clunky. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but it was like guessing URLs and then trying to read them. It was so funny. The URLs didn't exist. Agents.md cloud code. Here we go. What did people say? Okay, we'll just do that. All right, test suite pass. Looks good. What was I doing? I have no idea what I was doing. Oh, there's a bunch of comments. Oh yeah, web codecs is so weird. I still believe in the cloud thing, but turns out you can just have all the agents work on the same work tree, and it like kind of works out okay if you don't care about having useful commits. It's way faster than waiting for it to spin up VMs every single time. I have no idea what I'm working on. Let's review some pull requests, I guess. So what does this? Okay, let's add a shortcut. So what does agents say? Make our key binding. Refresh the page. Will it do the right thing? Yes. See, Cloud Code, this is like one thing that Cloud Code got right, which is that it knows that there's no reason to have the LLM read the file, so it just feeds it in the context directly. Like, smart. I don't know why Codex doesn't do that. Yeah, I don't think anyone else got the web codex flow working on PyTorch. But this was also like 4 months ago, and the model wasn't good enough to like actually do anything. Actually, 4 months ago, was it good enough? It was probably good enough 4 months ago. 6 months ago, it wasn't good enough. Feeling the AGI. I need to make it not stop asking me about that. Oh, what am I doing? By the way, the code got moved to another file, so look for the right spot. 2x rate limit just doesn't feel like enough, actually. But I'm only on the $20 plan. What am I doing? Do I care about this? No. Okay. Write a test for this. Failure. When I load the editor, press J to go select first notification, and then either what exactly happened, which causes that notification to jump to the top of my viewport, and then mark it as done with the keyword binding. The the report incorrectly jumps back to the top. Instead, the selection should go to the next notification. And the report follows it, which will net out as no scroll. Actually, then fix it. Well, catch those doves. It's hard work landing a PyTorch PR. Like, that's the real bottleneck. I like doing doc fixes and little tiny, like, test suite fixes, because those usually aren't going to cause any problems. But yeah, all the important stuff is just such a pain shepherding it through. I want to vibe code something to help with that, but I wanted notifications to be solved first. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Such a complicated issue. I really want an LLM summary. Okay, so I think what I want is I just don't want to. I don't want to show more. I think show more is a mistake. Let me think. Yeah, we're going to get rid of show more. Let's see. Okay, I want to reply, but R is for reply, and I've already done this. Lost spike. I did use Codex a lot when doing a research internship. At the time, it was better than Opus 4.1. Yeah, I think there was definitely a period of time when the Claude models were just not very good at really like sophisticated, like even like just comparing Sonnet versus Opus. Opus was just much better at understanding, but now everyone uses Opus, so the future is here. Oh, I need to make it accept all edits. Okay, what do we got? About a less ambitious split. Oh, Melville. Just why are they using Opus then? I mean, people are using Opus because Anthropic has been recommending people use Opus 4.5. Like, and it got a lot cheaper, so that's also helpful. Comments module. 400 lines. Okay, but we gotta wait for this other stuff to clear out first. catch those stubs when Sweetbench for PyTorch, haha. So I was really big on evals while I was on parental leave earlier this year. And I still kind of believe in evals, but the problem is your evals are going to get obsolete so quickly, and it takes so much work to make a good eval. So I just don't want to put in the effort. Especially for like basic coding stuff. Like they probably already know about it. I don't need to do anything here. This issue is such a pain. So what's going on? Right. I was thinking about how to deal with reply. So I bound R to reload. Maybe tab? No, I don't want tab. Tab would be bad. I do want R to be reply. O for open, maybe. Hey, horseman. Yes. Well, I mean, but the hard PyTorch issues are the ones that are interesting. IMO. But with some of the like really difficult ones, okay, so like two of the things that I think are really out of distribution right now, well, okay, not out of distribution, but the models do poorly at, is one, when I need the model to like never fuck it up, like I need 100% accuracy. No way. I gotta review everything. The second is like they just can't design. So I tweeted this thing earlier, which was like, helpful assistant is holding alums back. Because if you're a helpful assistant, you're going to just do what it is the user tells you to do. Like, sometimes people talk about getting pushback, but for the most part, that's what you get. And that's bad, right? Because like a lot of the software development process is like discovering that this thing that you thought you should do, actually, no, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do something else. And like that's where you want the model to go. Actually, you want it to communicate with you and help you understand and bring you along for the ride, just like a teammate would have. But you want it to be able to figure that out and make progress in that direction. Oh, bunch of comments. Here we go. Yeah. Codex also is a big fan of, okay, I'm done. Would you like me to run tests? I'm like, no, run the test. Well, that was easy to fix. And just putting it in agents empty helps a lot. Oh, is it using edit tool? No, it's using edit tool. Okay. Horseman, I don't get the question. What do you mean? What was the other one? It was going to take a while. Oh, should have asked it too. No, I think edit tool is right. Okay. Wow. What did I even mention? Oh, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Remind me. Dude, I'm so fried. We had Christmas late. We were traveling. So the kids got their presents this morning and it was 7 a.m. So that was fun. See that? That's bad. Ugh. There go my epic plans of having Claude refactor our giant test files. I think the super large file still doesn't work very well. Okay, I don't care about this issue. Let's. Oops. What happened? Everything's gone. Where'd everything go? Did I break it? Oh, it's still refactoring. Oh, that's why. I can't even. DevMate. Oh. Well, it probably is working pretty well. Juris, is that you? You don't have to answer that. I can't do anything. All right, let's think about what we're doing in general. I guess it is really not so comfy to fix some bugs after a nice day. Well, okay, so the problem is I'm not fixing bugs. Like what I'm doing here is I'm designing a product, right? Like I'm trying to design what I want my notifications experience to be. So I actually have to think about it. You know, the reason why the calendar is so bad is apparently they have a really bad model on that, and it's just so bad. Like, so bad. Oh my god. I regret everything. Did I checkpoint before this refactor? Maybe I did. What am I doing? So I wanted a way to read my issues faster. Got to the point where I can, but they're very difficult to read. I'd like having things together. Swissing them up would be bad. Pull requests is going to be its own problem. Maybe we'll do a separate UI for that. Graphite has the right idea. Graphite's so slow though. I don't know why their UI feels so sluggish. It's not actually slow. Okay, it's slow because the code. Well, coding code is. I'm not gonna be able to do better than that, I think. Oh, wonderful. Okay, we're back in business. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about AI code review. Like honestly, I think it's fine, but I think you, the author, should do it. Why do it in the web UI? Like the PyTorch web UI is so bad. Horseman, you should go watch a movie with your girlfriend. Anyway, I'm signing off soon. Anyway, can't go to sleep too late. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so scrambled. This is my life with coding agents. Oh, why are the show more buttons back? Oh. Okay, I don't care about this. Goodbye. Diagonal scatter. Okay, did he figure it out? Let's check this one out. All right, what did you say? I had a standalone repro, but you didn't run acquire the gill. You think we have to acquire the gill? Do we have to acquire the gill? Does that make sense? I could. I don't like it. If you think you need to acquire the gill, then you need to show me a plausible C++ call stack we can get here without the gill. See ya, Horseman. Thanks for joining the stream. Okay, this seems fine. D10 incident distributed RNG. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. Incorrect average reduction for glue. So I had this glorious idea, which is that what if my GitHub notification stream was like my Twitter feed, and I could just scroll it when I was like on the toilet or whatever, and then I would be up to date with all my GitHub notifications. Oh, glue is broken. Boo-hoo, I don't care. Updating Docker image results since did C++ error. Okay. Fix the show more buttons. Thank you. This feels okay, actually. I know exactly. And then the idea would be like, normally you only do your real notifications, but we could just do a global PyTorch feed, and then there'd be a recommendation algorithm, and people could like issues, and they, the hot issues would show up in your algo feed. It would be great. Like, we've got all these Rexus models. Like, why don't we use them on something useful? But then I realized that the issues are like crap like this and so long, and like it wouldn't work in a phone form factor at all. Okay, I don't care about this. If A16 has the wrong answer. Oh, I want to work on a do. I would like to support undo for the single notification actions Mark has done, and unsubscribe. Unsubscribe is easy to undo. You just resubscribe. To move back to inbox, we need to do something. Cache those dubs, yes. We do get hilariously, obviously, vibe coded PRs. I just like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with them. If they're short, I'll probably look at them, but like something long, it's just not a good use of time. Even if like actually the PR is correct, it's just it's not saving me any time at all, unfortunately. If you're someone I trust, it saves time, but not if you're a rando on the internet. I don't want to search the web. Moving in issue pull request back to inbox, just like you can on the UI. Yeah, because marking something as done makes it delete. Internal beta endpoints for archive done. Ugh, I hate this. Okay. Oopsies. Hey. Hey, what's the big idea? Okay. Yo, Mika. Do, 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 do. Alright, catch those dubs. See ya. Have fun with the nickel hangs. Oh no, there's an authenticity token. Oh no. Melville, yes. I think like I'm not sure how I feel about AI summaries, but it does feel like it should be possible. But I don't know. Right? Because the reason why tweets work is because people are explicitly writing their things to tweet. And if you like ask it to turn a GitHub issue into a tweet, oh man, I can see it now. Slop heaven. Ugh. We got a jigsaw puzzle for the 4-year-old, and I'm putting together, and I'm like, oh my god, this is an AI generated jigsaw puzzle. No. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to do it. And it would be expensive as well, so I'm not that interested. press it. Yeah, there's a notification refer ID. Notifications query. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, I think we can do this. We need to issue a playwright form action equivalent for submitting something like this. This implies a new HTML endpoint alongside our current notifications. The main thing is we need to specify what's going on? Why are there so many? Oh, it failed. Who's this dude? Okay. LLM or not? What do you think? Melville, what do you think about the speed of development of these models? I mean, it's fast, but I do find myself feeling that what the models are capable of was something that I could have predicted 6 months ago, and that the sort of, you know, what like Jan LeCun says, or like who's the other guy? The people who say, well, like fundamentally, right, like, there's not continual learning, there's not like the really long term stuff, and there's not that much evidence that that's happening. What's really happening though is that like you're getting more of what you expected, but at some point, like just being that fast makes a change, right? So this is when people are like, oh yeah, like, there used to be human computers, and then Jevons paradox and that sort of thing. Like, yeah, I agree. There will be like difficult to predict second order effects from that, but I think you're not going to get like straight shot AGI in the like conventional sense. What am I doing? This is so slow. Sharpening the knife and waiting for a gun. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do about like these big questions. I'm just enjoying being able to design software, but like, so the other thing I like to say, right, is that eliciting preferences is not a free action. Like, it takes work, like just getting out from a human what it is they want, and like no amount of like AI is actually going to solve that problem. Because at the end of the day, I would like sit down with this and be like, okay, do I like this or not? Did they run it? This is bad news. tired. All right, that's it for tonight. Thanks everyone for joining the stream.